Hi, this is Connie Cleveland, back to talk to you again about perfecting your dumbbell pickup. I'm specifically talking about dogs that hit the dumbbell with their feet. I showed you 3 drills in part 1 of this video. Now I've gone on to the 4th drill that I do, and it's basically another on-leash retrieve, but I use a long rope so that the dog can get a little further from me. I've got a glove on my hand because I don't want to get a rope burn as he's pulling the rope through my hand. All I'm trying to do is show the dog, you must go out to the dumbbell and quickly come back to me. I'm not going to allow him time to hit it with his feet. I'm not trying to jerk him off his feet. I'm just trying to show him how much of a hurry he needs to be in. I'm also not interested in doing anything more than fussing at him when he misses the dumbbell. I want to show him that I am giving him the time and that he can successfully do it. And when he doesn't get the dumbbell, I think it's simply because he doesn't understand that he has time to do it correctly. Some of you may be more comfortable doing this drill on a flexi. If that's the case, I would suggest that you start by throwing a treat. Get the dog comfortable with going and coming. I prefer a long rope to a flexi because I think it's easier to create a smooth transition from going to coming. But if you want to try it with a flexi lead, I do not have an argument with that. Notice that on every single retrieve, I'm saying come. This is a little bit of an indirect solution to this problem. What I want to impress upon the dog is that he simply does not have time to hit it with his feet. I'm not going to allow him time. He has to be concentrating on how important it is to come back to me. This final drill is the most important of all. Instead of throwing the dumbbell off leash, gradually lengthening the distance that I throw it, I try to do a full length retrieve, but I start out close to the dumbbell. That allows me to move in right behind the dog as he reaches for it, and again, say come, impress upon him how important it is that he gets back to me. Every time that he's successful, the dumbbell is further away and I'm gradually moving back to the dog. So instead of you gradually throwing the dumbbell further, you're going to do full length retrieves once that long line or flexi comes off, but you're going to start out closer to the dumbbell. Ivan is doing a lovely job on all these retrieves, but what would you do if the dog did slide through the dumbbell? He's off leash and you're right behind him, but he hits it with his feet. If that's the case, I'm going to use a simple rule to train by. I'm going to tell the dog that he's wrong. I'm going to take him back to where he was last right, which is where he picked up the dumbbell, and I'm going to put his leash back on him. In this sequence, watch what I do with Ivan. I put the leash on and I remind him how important it is to get the dumbbell and come back. And I typically repeat that 2 or 3 times. Basically, I think that reminds the dog how important that pickup is and that that's what you're working on. And then I go right back to the drill as I was doing it, off leash, throwing the dumbbell, and either standing closer to the dumbbell than the dog or following him out. Finally, I'm going to send Ivan for the dumbbell from my side. But notice that even when I do that, I'm following him out a few steps. I'm emphasizing the come command. I hope you find these drills helpful and that you can get this annoying problem under control. As always, if you have any problems or questions, don't hesitate to contact me.